when you really know your power as a woman, you will know that there are so many people out here that want to make you smaller than what you really are because they are intimidated. They're intimidated, they're jealous, and I feel like there are some people on this earth that they're just mad that they can't do what women can do. They're mad that they don't have the gifts that we have. But God gave us the ability to do what we can do for a reason. There's a reason why our body are the ones that bring life into this world. There's a reason why our bodies are the ones that we choose the sperm. Okay? We choose, the egg chooses which sperm it wants to use to fertilize it. So at the end of the day, like, we hold the power. Welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Talking with Steph, and I'm back with another video. This week's video, guys, is very, very special because my 24th birthday is on April 5th. I felt like it was only right to make a video of 24 things that I learned by the age of 24. So this video is going to be so good. I have a lot of juicy gems for y'all. So I hope you guys enjoy it. Make sure you get some snacks, get you a little drink, and maybe get some pen and paper so that you can take some notes because I got some good gems for y'all, okay? I got my iPad here with some notes. So if you guys see me looking over here, that's what I'm looking at. And yeah, let's get right into it. So the first thing that I have on my list of something that I learned by the age of 24 is the importance of living alone. It's so important for your just personal development to live by yourself, because when you live by yourself, that's when you really find who you are. That's when you really discover so many things about yourself. When you don't have anybody there to distract you, when you have those moments where you might be bored or you might feel lonely, but moments like that really make you face yourself and make you face, your shadow and certain things about ourselves that we hide from the world. When you're alone and you have no other choice but to sit with yourself, it's going to make you, self reflect, and it's going to make you think, it's going to make you heal. I really think that it's beneficial to live alone, especially when you're young. I know that everybody doesn't have the capabilities to do so, but if possible, I definitely would recommend living alone. I lived alone for, I think it was like 9 months. Best time of my life. Seriously. The best and worst time, because I did a lot of healing. I did a lot of healing. There was times where I was going through things and I didn't have people to call or nobody was available at the time. And I was just forced to like deal with my own stuff. And I really learned to like lean on myself and lean on God. Number two is knowing that everything that you need to succeed, everything that you need to become the person that you want to be, is all within. So many of us, we spend so much time looking on outside sources and thinking that things outside of us is going to fix us. We think that this relationship is going to fix us, our friends are going to fix us, going out and drinking and partaking in substances, we think that those things are going to make us feel better, and it does in the moment. But a lot of times when you are going outside of yourself to find things to make you feel better, it's temporary, because the root cause is always going to show back up. Third thing that I would say I learned by the age of 24 is the importance of not chasing the things that I want, but attracting it. I used to be the type of person that would always chase the bag. I'm always chasing the bag. I'm always chasing that chicken. I'm always grinding. I'm hustling. I was the type of person that when I was back in high school, as soon as I was old enough to have a job, that's all I did was work, 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 because I wanted money. I wanted money so that I could buy myself the things I always wanted, so that I can do what I wanted and I didn't have to, ask my parents for money or anything like that. But now that I'm older, I've realized the importance of not chasing things and walking with God and letting God bring me the things that I need. Now I'm at a point in my life where I don't chase. I'm not chasing nothing. If I have to chase it, that's not for me. God did not put me here to chase nothing. Feminine energy is all about receiving and just letting things come to you. So when you learn to heal and when you learn to get to a point in your life where you're just at peace, I promise you the things that you want will naturally just come to you. They'll just come to you. Because when you're trusting God, you're trusting that God is going to provide for you. God is going to bring you the opportunities that you need, and God will see it through. But when you're trying to chase and you're trying to force things to happen, it's going to be harder because you're not trusting the process. You're not letting God do what God is supposed to do. So the fourth thing that I would say I learned by the age of 24 is the importance of getting away from negative people. Anything negative. Negativity is so contagious, it's worse than the plague. Being around people that always have a negative mindset, they always have a victim mindset, they always feel sorry for themselves, and all they do is talk bad about themselves and talk bad about others, that is honestly the worst person to be around. I used to be a negative person and I used to be in negative environments and negative spaces with other negative people. And once I took myself out of that environment and once I made the decision that I can't keep living like this, I want to live a positive life, so I need to become a positive person. Everything changed for me. So it's very important to get away from people that are negative. If you are the negative person, you need to work on your mindset. You need to work on being less critical, being less judgmental, being less nasty, and being more um, just loving and less judgmental and just letting things be. Okay, so number five, it might make y'all a little mad because it definitely made me mad when I had to like realize this, but it's very important for you to take accountability for your life. I know so many people, and I used to be the type of person that felt like life was always happening to me. And what did I do to deserve this? And why is this happening to me? And I just felt like a victim. And then I realized that I had to start taking accountability over my life because a lot of the circumstances and the situations that I was in was a result of my own doing, my own actions, me being blind and pointing the finger at everybody else besides myself. There are people and things that show up in your life that you can't control, but it's very important for us to, especially if you're younger and you haven't gotten to this stage yet. I mean, even older people, I know older people that still don't even know how to take accountability, but it is very important for you to become accountable for your own life because at the end of the day, you are the only person that can control yourself. Yeah, somebody might come into your life and they might treat you bad, or they might do this to you, they might disrespect you, whatever, but if you are a full capable adult, you have the ability to, rid yourself of things and people that are not serving you. So if you're constantly dealing with things that you don't like, if you're constantly complaining, if you're always complaining about your job, why are you there? What are you doing? So many of us, I think that some people just like to hear themselves talk and they just like to hear themselves complain. I honestly was a person that used to complain a lot, and I had to stop. I got tired of my own crap. I got tired of hearing myself always complaining about something. I got to the point where I was like, girl, shut up. You always got something to complain about. I'm the type of person, like, I give myself and I give the people that I love a lot of tough love because I just feel like sometimes you just need to hear it. Sometimes you just need that wake up call. You need somebody to talk to you crazy. And I'm the type of person, I will talk to myself crazy if I need to hear it. Girl, get up. What are you doing? What are you doing? Why are you allowing yourself to be like this? If you don't like what's going on, do something to change it. And once I took control over my life, things started to change because it's not that I'm not like a little child that, oh, I don't have a choice. This is just my life and this is just what I have to put up with. No. We have the God has given us the gift of free will, which means that if you're in a situation that you don't like, guess what? You don't have to stay there. If you're dealing with something you don't like, guess what? You can change it. If you're tired of your own crap, guess what? You can change. Like, that's the best thing about life is like we can change the things that we don't like. Nothing is, I mean, there are certain things that might be like concrete in your life that you might not be able to get rid of, but for the most part, I think that most of us, we make life harder than it needs to be because we just feel like things are happening to us instead of looking at, well, what did I do to attract this into my life? What did I do to make the situation happen? And I feel like if you're self aware enough and if you trace back your steps, you're going to realize what you did to get yourself in the situation that you're in right now. Okay. Number 6 is a little controversial because I know that it's not the best thing when you're in it, when you're going through it. It's horrible, it's terrible. But once you're on the other side, life just becomes so much better. And that is getting your heart broken. When you go through a heartbreak, it's like you're just forced to go through a period of healing and growth. And if you do it the right way, because some people they go through heartbreaks and then they just try to like bottle up their emotions, or they don't fully deal with their emotions. But if you do it the right way and you get your heart broken and you take some time to pour into yourself and to love yourself and to nurture yourself, and if you take time to reflect on the situation that hurt you, if you take time to reflect on what you could have did differently, what you learned from this situation, what can I take from this that is going to help me in the future, it's going to help you. When you get your heart broke, you only have there's no other option but to level up. And most of the time, when you get your heart broken, if you do take the time to heal and to work on yourself and to level up, that person that hurt you, I promise you, they always come back. They always come back. But by the time that they come back, you will not want them anymore. Simple. 7 out of 24 things that I learned by the age of 24 is not telling people my business. I used to be the type of person I would tell everybody everything. If people asked me questions, I didn't care what they was asking me. I was always truthful. I was always just oversharing and just doing the most. And I had to learn that everybody does not need to know my business. And honestly, since I became more private, like my life has just become so much better. Because when you just are too oversharing with your business, I just feel like people, I made a video about this, my previous video. It's called How to Stop People Pleasing. Go and watch that if you haven't watched it yet. But when you always have people in your business and you always telling people like what your plans are, what you're working on, I just feel like sometimes people will throw that off with their negative energy, and people feel entitled to just give you their 2 cents. And I don't really care too much about people's 2 cents, because if you're not living the type of life that I want to live, I don't need to be taking advice from you. Number 8, it kind of ties in with number 7, but I have that your family does not always know better. And I know some people might disagree with me, but I say this through personal experience, because I've had family members that have told me not to do certain things, and me, I always do what I want at the end of the day because this is my life. And at the end of the day, everything that I've ever done for myself has always benefited me, and it's always gotten me closer to where I'm trying to go. So I just feel like I have such a good relationship with God. I'm just so in tune with my discernment and my intuition that I just feel like there's nobody that can give me better advice than God himself. So if God is telling me to go down this way, and you love me and you're my family member, and I might love you and I might value your opinion, but if you're telling me to go over here and God is telling me to go over here, where do you think I'm going to go? And that's why I think it's so important not to always listen to family members. It just depends on the situation. But if you know in your heart that like you are called to do something, or you have this dream, you have this vision that you want to accomplish X, Y, and Z. You want to be a influencer. You want to be a rapper, even a rapper, like whatever it is that you want to be. If you have people around you that like don't believe in your plans, yeah. So number 9 is probably the most important one on the list, if you ask me. For number 9, I wrote that decentering men is very, very important. If you haven't done it already, I advise you to decenter men from your life immediately. I think that so many of us as women, we were conditioned from the minute that we were born. We've been raised and taught that our value is tied to like having a man in our life. And that could not be further from the truth. Honestly, and I'm gonna keep it real, I feel like a lot of people think that because they have a man in their life, like, oh, I got it so good because I have a man. And I know a lot of people that have stayed in relationships with men that never deserved them to begin with. Never, ever. And I feel like it's because we've been so conditioned to like, oh, everything is about a man and we need to have a man. And if I don't have a man, I'm just gonna be a lonely cat woman or whatever. But yeah, honestly, women, we are the real prize, and I feel like that shouldn't need too much explanation. And if you need further explanation, that right there is proof that you need to learn to decenter men and put yourself on that pedestal. Take that man off that pedestal and put yourself on there. And you need to treat yourself how you be treating that man. Because I know so many women that give themselves the bare minimum, but give their men the best treatment in the world. You're always trying to make sure he's fed, and you're always doing for him, and you don't even do for yourself. I come first. I have a man, and I love my man. I love the relationship that I'm in, but I come first. I know that, and he knows that. And if he ever forgets, I have no problem reminding him. Period. So 10 out of the 24 things that I've learned by the age of 24 is to not take nothing from no one. From no one. You don't take disrespect from anybody. You don't let people talk to you crazy. You don't let people treat you like nothing. I don't care if it's your boss. I don't care if it's your parent. I don't care if it's your grandparent. I don't care if it's the president. I don't care who it is. You don't let people disrespect you. You are a human being. You deserve basic respect. Like that's the most basic thing that you can do for somebody is give them just basic human respect. I think it's very important for you to learn to stand up for yourself, because the world will chew you up and spit you out if you let it. Especially as a woman, I feel like we were raised like not to be too outspoken, and you have to be a lady, and you have to be like this, you have to be like that. I don't care about none of that. There's a quote, I don't remember who it's from, but there's a quote that said that well-behaved women seldom make history. And that is facts. That could not be further from the truth. Because the women that are well behaved, it's like well behaved to who? A lot of times the good girls, or the people that are, or the women that are well behaved, they are well behaved to patriarchy, to men, to white supremacy, to all this other stuff that be going on, especially if you live in the States. I think that the women that can speak their truth, no matter who's around, the women that can stand up for themselves and don't let anybody disrespect them or talk to them crazy, those are the women with the real power. Because if you know, you know. So for number 11, something that I had to learn by the age of 24 is to pour into my own cup, fill my cup up every day, and let the people around me get the overflow. So if I have a cup that's half water and half empty, every day I'm going to pour into my cup. Every single day when I wake up, that's the first thing I do. I pour into myself, and everybody else gets the overflow. I used to be the type of person that would put my stuff on the back burner for other people. If I had plans for the day, like I need to run errands or I wanted to do whatever I wanted to do for myself, if somebody would call me like, hey, I need a favor. Can you do this for me? Can you do that for me? I would drop what I was doing to help other people. And then I realized that I was feeling very drained. A lot of times I felt drained because I'm doing for other people. I'm always giving people rides when they need it. You need some money? Okay, I got you. You need some help with this? Okay, I got you. Whatever. I was always showing up for other people, and I just felt like it always left me drained. And I realized that I can't complain about people not showing up for me if I'm not even showing up for myself. So I learned to be selfish. I learned to put myself first. I don't have any kids yet, so I don't have anybody that I need to be putting before myself. I take care of me before I take care of anybody else. Before I do anything for my man, I'm going to make sure that I am taken care of first. Before I show up for anybody else, I'm going to make sure that I show up for myself first. So, number 12, if you are the smartest person in the room, you are in the wrong room. Okay, there was a point in time where I felt like the environment that I was in, I felt like I wasn't being challenged to grow. I felt like I wasn't around people that were teaching me anything new. So after I left my hometown last year and I moved down to Georgia, I started to put myself in rooms with people that are, I might be right here and they're all the way up here. I'm with people that I learn from, I get inspired from, people that motivate me, people that teach me about life, teach me about running the business, teach me about finances. If you're always around people and you're the smartest person in the room, what are you learning from that environment? They might be learning from you, but is that helping you? I think it's very important to make sure that we have people in our lives that are always pushing us to do better. And if I'm hanging around this group of people and we're all doing the same stuff and nobody has any goals, nobody has any aspirations, or maybe you're the only person out of the group that really is trying to get somewhere in life, that's not the right place for you to be. It's cool to have friends that you can kiki with and have fun with and party with. But when you're serious about elevating your life and when you're serious about trying to get somewhere in life, you don't have time to be sitting around wasting time with people that aren't helping you get to where you need to get. I talked with myself once and I told myself, I'm not going to be doing things unless it's going to help me get to where I need to get, which means that I'm not about to be going out partying every weekend, getting drunk every weekend, because how is that helping me get to where I'm trying to get? I'm not trying to get to a AA class. I'm trying to get to a life where I'm financially free, where I'm happy, I'm at peace, and I have everything that I want. That does not correlate with me doing things like going and getting drunk every weekend. That's just not for me. 13. Okay, 13 is also very important, and that is to start taking care of your body when you're young. I worked in nursing for 5 years and I watched so many people lose their lives and just have diseases and things going on because they did not take care of their bodies. Whoever's watching this video, if you're not doing it already, I don't care how old you are, start taking your health seriously. Like the worst thing in the world is sitting in a hospital bed fighting for your life over something that could have been avoided. Stop drinking. Please stop drinking so much. Alcohol is literally, there's literally no benefits to alcohol. I'm not gonna say I'm a saint. I still dibble and dabble a little bit, but there's so many things that I've done to change my lifestyle and change my diet. There's so many things that I have cut out of my diet because I just know, like, if I keep indulging in this, it's not going to help me. It's not helping me get to where I want to get. Eating cheeseburgers and fries and chips and a bunch of processed foods, that's not helping me get to a six pack. So why am I eating that? Ever since I started being more mindful about what I eat and what I put in my body, my life, like honestly, my life has changed because I feel better emotionally, mentally, I feel better, physically, I'm looking better. So start prioritizing your health. Stop being lazy. I had to tell myself that. Like there was days where I would literally just sit on the couch and just scroll on my phone the whole day and just not do nothing. Now, even if I don't have nothing to do, guess what? I'm not gonna just be sitting around. So one thing that I do is if I ever catch myself sitting around the house and I'm not doing anything, I'm gonna get up and get some push-ups in and get some stretches, something. I promise you, you don't need to do too much. You don't have to go too hard. Just 30 minutes of exercise a day can literally change your mind. It will make you feel better. And the best part is gonna make you look better. So number 14, I know a lot of people say this, but I think that a lot of people say this because it's facts, and that is discipline and consistency is key. That's key. I know a lot of people that talk about like, oh, I want to get in the gym or I want to be an entrepreneur, I want to be a content creator, but I struggle with motivation. Don't rely on motivation. I don't think motivation is something that you should be reliant on. Having motivation to do something is cool, but discipline is what's really going to get you there. Because some days you're going to wake up and you're not going to feel like working out. Some days you're not going to feel like eating clean. Some days you're not going to feel like cleaning your house. Some days you're not going to feel like getting up and recording. So you have to be disciplined. You have to literally like when I tell y'all I literally sound like a drill sergeant in my head because I do not play that shit. I've spent so much time just giving myself excuses and excuses to why I haven't started this, why I haven't been consistent with this, why this hasn't taken off yet. And I realized like at the end of the day it all comes down to me being lazy because it's things that we do on a consistent basis that are probably not the healthiest, but we do it on a consistent basis. People say, "Oh, I can't be consistent in the gym." You can be consistent scrolling on that phone though. You can be consistent with keeping up with the Joneses though. You can be consistent with drinking every day, but you can't be consistent with the gym. It's about what you choose to do with your time. If you're ever struggling with discipline or whatever, you literally just have to force yourself to do it. there are some things that you just have to force yourself to do. And then you probably wish I had an easier answer for you. I wish there was an easier answer because I'm just a girl, and sometimes I don't feel like doing a lot of stuff. Sometimes I don't want to get up and go work out. Sometimes I don't feel like getting up and cleaning my house, but I know that if I keep my house clean, I'm going to be in a better state emotionally. I'm going to feel better. Sometimes I don't feel like waking up and getting dressed or doing my makeup, but I know that if I do it, it's going to make me feel better. Sometimes I don't feel like getting in front of a camera and recording, but I know that if I do this, it's not just helping me, but it's also helping someone that needs to hear this. So just think about that. So for number 15, I have not to live for anybody's standards but your own. Your life is your life. And I know some of us have friends and family that want certain things for us, or they have a certain vision, especially with parents. I feel like parents, I think it's natural for a parent to have like um a want or a dream of what they want their child to be like. Some parents want their kids to follow in their footsteps and become a doctor if they were a doctor. Some people want their kids to, if they're a preacher, they want their kids to be a preacher, you know? So I think it's normal, you know, but I think that at the end of the day, you can only live for yourself. So if what you dream for your life is different than what your mom or your dad wants for you, you have to you have to do what you want to do. Because like I said earlier, God gave you the vision, not them. When God gives you a gift, a lot of times the people around you will not understand. That it might look crazy to them. Having faith, having real faith. If you know anything about having real faith in God, you know sometimes it looks crazy. Sometimes it doesn't make sense. But when God spoke to you and when God told you I have this for you and everybody else is telling you no, you can't do that. It's not gonna work. It's not gonna work. You have to you can't fold. You have to do what you know you need to do for yourself. And I promise you, God will reward you so much more when you stay true to yourself versus just living your life to please other people. God did not put you here to please other people. He didn't do that. Some people they want to live through you. I think that some people do want to live through you. They want you to do the things that they never got to do or whatever the case is. But at the end of the day, your life is your life. And when you leave this earth, you're going to leave by yourself. So 16. Okay, this is a good one. I really like this one. So the world wants women to play small, but we are not here to play small. We are not small individuals. One thing about us women, especially a woman that's in her feminine energy and understands her power, you know that we are truly, truly, truly untouchable. And when you really know your power as a woman, you will know that there are so many people out here that want to make you smaller than what you really are because they are intimidated. They're intimidated, they're jealous, and I feel like there are some people on this earth that they're just mad that they can't do what women can do. They're mad that they don't have the gifts that we have. But God gave us the ability to do what we can do for a reason. There's a reason why our body are the ones that bring life into this world. There's a reason why our bodies are the ones that we choose the sperm. Okay? We choose, the egg chooses which sperm it wants to use to fertilize it. So at the end of the day, like we hold the power. Okay? The world is set up in a way to make women feel and look small. Like we're just women. We're just this and this. You know what I'm saying? And that's it. And then there's nothing else to it. Your mind is the most valuable thing. Your education is the most valuable thing that you have as a woman. And nobody can take that from you. So I hope that this is a reminder for anybody that needs to hear it to stop playing small, stop making people make you small, stop dimming your light. If you need to crash out to get people to feel you, crash out and make people feel you. I promise you, sometimes you just got to do what you got to do, honestly, because this goes way back in history. I'm not going to get too deep in it, But if you research, this goes way back in history. There's a very big agenda, and there's a very specific reason why they have tried to make women so small this whole time, because we are the ones that hold the real power. 17 is, girl, use your gifts to your advantage. If you're a pretty girl, use that to your advantage. Don't be so shy when you go out in public. When people try to talk to you, as long as it's not like disrespectful or unsafe or anything like that. But sometimes it's okay to let people do things for you. I have had it where I've been out in public and people have like offered to like buy something for me or do something for me. And I used to be like, oh no, it's okay, because I always felt bad, like, oh, I don't want to be an inconvenience. But how is that an inconvenience? I didn't ask for it. If somebody wants to be a blessing to you and if somebody wants to give you a gift, obviously be smart about it. But I just feel like sometimes if you're polite, you don't even have to do too much, but just being polite and just being like open with people and just being outgoing, sometimes that can really take you far. That can get you a lot of things in this life. So I feel like use your discernment, but also your soul chose to be a baddie in this lifetime for a reason. So use that to your advantage. 18. Oh my gosh, this one is so important. 18 is the importance of learning to control your nervous system. This is something that I worked on for such a long time. I was in survival mode for such a long time, fight or flight mode, and I felt like I never was able to relax. I felt like I was always anxious. My heart, I literally got to the point where my heart would like skip beats, and like I had to go to the doctor and like get my heart checked out because it was real bad. Stress will literally unalive you if you let it. It's very important to learn to control your nervous system, and you do that just by just slowing down. So many of us, we rush through life. There's no reason to rush. Where are you rushing to go? To the casket? Like, live in the moment. Enjoy each day. Enjoy each moment. Because one day, this moment that you're taking for granted will be gone, and you're going to wish that you enjoyed it more. So be more in the present. Block out the noise. News, social media, negative people, drama, celebrity drama, stuff that really doesn't matter, stuff that really doesn't affect you personally. Stop worrying about it. And I promise you, your life is going to get better because you're not going to have too much outside noise. You're not going to have too much going on. You're not going to have stuff in your life that's just going to put you in a fight or flight mode. Because the way that the world is set up, it's set up in a way so that we're always anxious. We never have time to relax. People barely have time to sleep because every day is wake up, go to work. After work, you got to run errands. You got to come home. By the time you get home after traffic, you barely have enough time to do anything. Then it's time to eat, go to sleep, and do it all again the next day. And then don't let people have kids, because then you have kids, there's way more stuff that you have to factor into your day. So the world is set up the way it is for a reason. But when you learn to slow down and when you learn to just enjoy each moment as it comes, slow down and smell the roses, I promise you, like, life just becomes, it's like a thing, like life just becomes so beautiful. Like every day I just wake up and I'm just happy to live life. And people sometimes my man be like, why are you so happy? And I'm just like, I'm just happy to be here. I'm just happy to be here. I just love it here. Okay, 19 is something I had to learn the hard way. But I'm very glad that I learned to stop giving people access to me. I used to be the type of person that, let's say I fell out with a friend, or I fell out with someone that I used to talk to or used to date, and then time would pass, and then they would come back, they would pop back up, they would message me again or whatever. And I would feel like, oh, because such a long time has passed, like, well, maybe we can rekindle this. And I learned every single time why. I feel like when things end, just let it end. If things end 9 times out of 10, it's for a reason. And I feel like there's so many people out in this world. Like, why do you need to keep going back to the same person that already hurt you? They already had you messed up. And I think as people, we get comfortable because we know this person is familiar. But if you know that that situation ended because it wasn't serving you, don't go back to it. Yes, people change, people grow, people evolve. But a lot of times, anybody from my past, even if we have grown or evolved, I feel like it's always been in different directions. So then it's just like we don't even see life the same. We don't even see eye to eye anymore. So I've just learned through trial and error that People do not deserve that much access to me. And sometimes people will just come back into your life to be nosy or just to see if they still can have access to you, especially men, especially with men. Please don't give these men more access to you than no. Stop being so gullible. Don't be so quick to just give people your information or tell people where you live or what your number is or nothing like that. Make people work. Make people work for the privilege to be in your life. Make people prove that they're trustworthy and that they're deserving of having you in their life. Because a lot of people will take you for granted if you let them. Number 20, I have the importance of valuing your time. Time is the most precious thing that we have because we don't know how much time we have on this earth. So every moment is precious. Money can always be made again. You can always make more money. You can always make new friends. You can always get another man or get another girl. You can always get married again. You can always take another vacation. You can always get another car. You can always get another bag, get another pair of shoes. Time is something that you cannot get back. So time is very valuable. What you do with your time is important. And what you do with your time, you're subconsciously teaching yourself like what's important to you. So if I spend all my time scrolling on my phone, watching bullshit, subconsciously I'm telling myself like this is what I value, like this is what's important to me. But when you learn to value your time and you say, okay, I have 5 hours until I gotta go to work, so what am I gonna do with these 5 hours? Instead of sitting on the couch and scrolling and waiting until the last minute to get ready, I'm going to get ready now, and then I can relax and I don't have to stress as much, I don't have to rush as much to get ready. Also, being in spaces and being around people that is just, it's not benefiting you, that's a waste of your time. If it's not helping you improve, if it's not teaching you something, if it's not motivating you or something like that, it's a waste of your time. So for number 21, only take advice from people that you would switch places with. I learned that I'm only going to take advice from people that are living a life that I would like to live. So number 22, do not let social media or other people influence you. Nowadays with social media, like it's so easy to get caught up in like trends and what everybody else is doing, or you're watching other people's lives and you're feeling like, oh, I want to be doing this, I want to be doing that. But I think it's so important to learn to stay true to you. Stay true to yourself. Do what you want to do. I'm the type of person, I don't follow trends. I don't care what people are doing. I don't care what y'all wearing. I don't care what the trend is. I'm not going to be doing something just because everybody else is doing it. I'm not going to be wearing this just because everybody else is wearing it. I do what I want. And I feel like I've always been like that, and I'm so grateful for this quality because I know that there's some people that get so caught up in what everybody else is doing. But I'm the type of person like, I don't want to do what everybody else is doing. I want to do me. I want to do what I want to do. And a lot of times doing what I want to do is completely like it's not even similar to whatever the trends are. Like I don't like following trends. I don't want to look like everybody else. Why do I want to look like everybody else? I'm going to wear what I want. I don't care what the style is. I don't care what the trend is. I'm going to wear what I like. Now the thing that I do kind of struggle with that is because sometimes when I go shopping, find it hard to find certain clothes because everything is just trendy. You know what I mean? For number 23, I have the importance of being authentic. This kind of ties into the last point, but just being authentic, staying true to yourself, doing what feels good to you, not giving into peer pressure, not giving into people that want you to do what they want you to do, even if you don't want to do it. Be authentic. Dress how you want to dress. Show up how you want to show up. Say what you want to say. Eat what you want to eat. Listen to the music that you want to listen to. Post what you want to post. Just be yourself. And I feel like a lot of people have a lot of shame around being themselves because they feel scared to be judged or to be criticized. But you have to understand that people that criticize you are only criticizing you because they're unhappy with themselves. People that are truly happy, and I say this from experience, I say this as someone that used to criticize a lot of people and now I don't, because I've learned that when I was criticizing, when I was very when I was very judgmental of other people, it was because I was just not happy with my life and I felt like judging other people made me feel better about myself. The last one that I have, this one is something that honestly over the past year of my life, I've really been working on this, and I kind of don't like that it's taken me this long to realize how important it is to live in the moment. I'm the type of person, like, mentally, I could be here physically, but mentally I'm somewhere else. I've had times where I've been sitting in full blown conversations with people, and they're talking about something, and my mind is just wandering off, and I'm thinking about other things, thinking about what I need to do, what I got going on, whatever. Being in the present is so important, because when you're not in the present, like, there's so much that you could miss out of. And this is kind of why it's so important to, like, value your time, because the only time we have is, like, the now, the present. This is the only thing that matters. The past is the past, it's already done. The future, we'll get there when we get there. The only thing that matters is what's happening right now. That concludes the 24 things that I've learned by the age of 24. I hope that you guys liked this video. I hope it wasn't all over the place. But I wrote down things that I just felt like, if I could go back in time and tell the 20-year-old version of me, these are the things that I would tell her. Yeah, I'm very excited to be seeing another year of life. I feel like birthdays are the best time. Like, my birthday is like the best day of the year, because it's the day I was born. So happy Aries season to everyone. I hope everybody has a great week. I'm going to be out the country for my birthday, y'all. So follow me on TikTok, follow me on Instagram, check out my website. I'm going to link everything below. And let me know which one of these was something that resonated with you. Let me know what's something that you have learned throughout your life. And yeah, love you guys. Okay, bye.